You've probably seen people getting knocked out in fights with shots that didn't look that powerful. Let me show you how these knockouts actually happen, and how you can create them using smart tricks. We know that a knockout happens when the brain shakes inside the skull and slams the walls. When you lack power, there are two things that matter the most and can cause knockouts. First is accuracy. You need to target the area that gives you the highest chance of causing that brain shake. That target is the jaw. A strike to the jaw can cause that rotation of the head, which increases the chance of the brain hitting the walls. Another important thing about accuracy is that if you're using a punch for the knockout, the punch should land on your knuckles for maximum force delivery, ideally the two largest ones. Besides accuracy, timing is the next crucial thing. The perfect moment is when there's a clean opening and when the opponent doesn't see the strike coming. When someone expects a punch, the brain automatically contracts the muscles around the neck and the jaw to absorb the impact and stabilize the head. But when the shot is unexpected, that protection isn't there. So the head moves freely, and even a light strike can cause a knockout. So, now that we understand how a knockout can happen when we lack power, the question becomes, how can we create these openings and land an unexpected, accurate shot? That's where Fight IQ comes in. There are many ways to do this, and you can use many smart tricks, but I'll give you two general tricks you can use. Trick 1. Changing patterns. In fights, repeated patterns can shape your opponent's behavior. If you keep throwing the same combo or attack, the opponent subconsciously, or sometimes consciously, adapts to it. That's exactly what you want. Once the pattern is established and they form a habit of defending it, you suddenly break the pattern and land an unexpected shot. In this example, the opponent was receiving body shots throughout the fight. So he got used to receiving body shots and formed a certain reaction. But at the end, the pattern suddenly changed, and instead of a body shot, a high kick landed. Trick 2. Using anticipated reactions. This trick means you make a move that you know will trigger a specific reaction from your opponent, and you use that anticipated reaction to land a clean shot. This requires observing your opponent and understanding his defensive habits so you can predict his moves. Here's an example. If you notice that your opponent always slips to one side when you throw a cross, you can use this predictable reaction to your advantage. For instance, you can fake a cross punch, and when he slips and bends his body to avoid the punch, you use that opening to land a high kick. Now you understand how knockouts can happen when you lack power, and you have two Fight IQ tricks to knock someone out.